Hey y'all, so in keeping with the hard bop theme of today, I'm going to work on this Joe Henderson song, Inner Urge. It looks like this, I'm going to play the changes of this and just kind of go over what to do over these changes. So the first chord is, I'll just play the chords first. An F sharp half diminished chord, which sounds like this. Which is actually the second mode up from the scale I'm going to use, which is going to be, so you see this chord, you can either play directly on the chord, so F sharp, A, C, and E, which is fine. Which is an A melodic minor scale. The way that I do it usually is to find the fifth mode of the key that you're in. So if that's A melodic minor, then you go to E and you play an E triad. Major pentachord, the first five notes of the E major scale, and then it's the descending from the root. It's the flat sixth and flat seventh, so it's like a minor scale on the top. That's how I think of it: major, minor. Kind of a schizophrenic scale there. Doesn't know if it's happy or sad, but. But played over this chord, it sounds nice to be able to have a nice major triad, and it rings like a bell. So the reason for that you want to do that is so you can have a strong sense of melody going and a strong sense of singability. So. It's sort of like these two chords coexist together. And you're just playing over the first chord. And you don't even have to reference the actual voicing that's being played. You can just play over this imaginary E chord that's right next to it. Then it's F major 7, and they always say flat 5. It's really a sharp 11 because it has a 5 next to the sharp 11, so that means it's not a sharp 5. A chord can't have a sharp 5 and, it can't have a flat 5 and a natural 5. So the chord is actually F Lydian, which we treat as a C major chord because F Lydian is the fourth mode. It's the 4 chord of the key of C. So just like if I was playing a song in the key of C and it had some simple chords like the second chord F, it's called the subdominant, and it's just seen as an extension, basically an ignorable extension off of the key that you're in. So you can play C over both of those chords. Let's take just something like this just to give you an example. I just came right up a C triad, no jazzy extensions. You don't need any 7th chord arpeggios necessarily. You don't need that. You can just be like. And the F chord, the use of the F chord underneath the C scale will disguise the folk-like simplicity of whatever you're playing, outlining the C triad. Sorry, that was not folk-like. And then these chords get each held for 4 bars, so that's kind of rare in a jazz song. Usually they change every bar or 2, but here, this first section's kind of, it's modal basically. So you get the E triad, flat 6 and flat 7 over the first chord, then the second chord is C major. All these other major 7 chords get treated the same way. E flat, major 7. That's actually, go down a 4th and play the B triad. All you have to do, or the B flat triad. All you need to think of is just know that this shape, your normal E flat major 7 chord, is actually a B flat major. So you down a whole step again. So that's gonna be A flat triad. Into this thing, wow, almost this entire song is just major chords being played in a whole bunch of different keys, and every one of them gets treated the same way. So now it goes up to E major, which is a B triad, and then it jumps down to D flat major. You have to get good at thinking down a 4th major. So just D major is A major. So we'll just take that much of it. Let me just take those 3 bars right there. So when you go from E major, so we're gonna the scales I'm gonna be using are B major, and then A flat major, and then A major. Then it goes to B major 7 sharp 11, which is G flat major. So you make a little triad map for yourself. The first thing is like a B, then A flat, A, G flat, G, because now this is C major chord comes next. You just have to trust me that this, when you're playing these kind of changes and they're flying by, that this will always work super well, and you will be able to construct a strong and melodic solo out of this concept and really not any other, in my opinion. So, a C major is a G major. So it's almost kind of simple. Like you start off with this B shape, B major, and then you go to A flat major, and then just go up a half step, and then down here to G flat major, and then up here to G major, with the C chord, and then there's A major, which is an E triad, and then here's one of the only non-major 7 chords, B flat 7. When you see a B flat 7 chord, go up a whole step and play the Mixolydian flat 6 thing that we've been doing over all of these chords. So if this is the chord, then this is the scale. See how that works? So if this chord is the color behind, and then the line on top goes, and then final chord of the form is G major 7, which is a D major triad. So let's take this little, I guess the first, what is that? Dang, how many bars are in this thing? The first 4 lines of the song are just those like modal things that we just talked about, and then these last 8 bars are the part that usually you have to shed on. So what you do is make a triad map, of that. So B is just going to go B triad, A flat, A, G flat, G, E, C triad with a flat 6 and flat 7 as extensions, and then D triad, and then it starts over. The form starts over. So when you get to this F sharp half diminished chord at the top, now you continue on up, because the last two chords was like a C triad, a D triad, and then an E triad with the flat 6 and flat 7 again, which is the, so like here's the chord, but here's what you play over it. So you're already dancing over all of the extensions, and you're also in the center of the chord, and being that you're playing Ionian mode over everything, that's where the anthemic folk-like melodic choices come from. Turn on my distortion here, and we'll try to take a couple choruses over this and see what happens. Yeah, so Rusty. So there you go. Have fun with that one. Take care.